Good evening, all. Welcome to today's webinar. So we'll wait for maybe a couple of more minutes so that other attendees can also join. So we will start this webinar in maybe next 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you. Good evening, all. First of all, I would like to thank you for sparing the time from your busy schedules for today's webinar. So my name is Gurpreet Singh. I'm a Territory Technical Manager for Dassault Systems for SolidWorks products, and I also take care of 3D Experience product line for Dassault Systems across India. And I'm joined by my colleague Aniket Bhange, who is one of the key contributors in SolidWorks xDesign, and he's one of the key experts in this product. So jointly we are going to basically conduct this webinar today. Aniket, I hope I'm audible and clear.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So. So what we are basically going to today is we are going to basically have a little introduction on the 3D Experience platform. I think most of you have already received an invitation on the same some time back, and I can see a lot of enthusiastic students, faculty members, professors, team leaders have already accepted the invite. And if you have not accepted yet, I would encourage you to do that. So here is the a short agenda today. I wanted to keep it crisp and short. So we are going to basically touch upon what is the 3D Experience platform and what are the basic components of 3D Experience platform and what is this 3D creator role. Basically, SolidWorks xDesign is a part of the 3D creator role, which is assigned to all the attendees, and then followed by a hands-on session by Aniket, and then we can have a session basically on questions and answers as well. Okay. So without any ado, let me just start. So before jumping on to any technicalities, I would like to basically share some of my experience on what is the difference between a specific product, like there are different CAD products available in the market today, and vis-a-vis a platform. So here I would like to basically share an analogy between what is the difference between the product and platform. So I hope this name is basically familiar to everybody, all of us. Nokia. This is one of the finest phones ever made, especially for the early mobile users. This was one of the best products that I have ever seen in those early days. Then comes BlackBerry. BlackBerry was also very robust product. The best part of BlackBerry was its BBM, BlackBerry Messenger. So which basically used to do encrypted messaging between two people or between the group. So a lot of people in corporate and in personal lives also, they really liked the BlackBerry for the messaging system. Similarly, I would like to talk about one more product, which is iPod. Okay, so this iPod is something. It was like um, a complete revolution that came across. Especially for the millennials, this could be something not very familiar with, but people of my age, we basically have seen a transition from a product like a Walkman to iPod. Okay, so wherein in iPod, maybe around 1,000 songs we used to put it in our pocket, and we used to basically go along. And then Nikon was one of the most adopted digital cameras. So if I take a look on all these four products, Nokia is a phone, BlackBerry was a little smarter version of a phone, but mostly people use it for messaging, and then iPod, and then Nikon, which is a digital camera. So these were all products. Okay, so Nokia was a product, BlackBerry, iPod, and Nikon, all these were the products. But if I talk about a platform, so what these two people have done, like Apple iOS and Android, they have basically built a platform. On top of the platform, there are hundreds of applications which are developed, and people are basically using it. Now if you see a smartphone, you have a smartphone which can do the work of all these products. Like you can call using a smartphone, you can do the messaging using smartphone, you can store thousands and thousands of songs in your smartphone. And a lot of smartphones are much better than the normal digital camera. So what these guys have done, especially in iOS and Android, they have developed a platform on which different applications, different products basically acted as applications and is being used across the globe. So this is the basic difference between a product and the platform. So having said that, now I would like to basically jump on to what is 3D Experience platform. So it is basically a business experience platform providing solutions for every department in an industry, starting from engineering to marketing to sales. Every department can contribute and can get the returns from this platform. Okay, it helps the value creation process to create differentiating consumer experience. It is available on premise, on cloud, and powers the whole 3ds portfolio of offerings. So 3D Experience platform, basically it connects the people, ideas, data, and solutions in real time. So although what I'm basically reading right now, you might think it is basically the dictionary meaning of 3D Experience platform, but in few coming slides I will also explain you in a simpler terms that why we basically give a lot of emphasis on this platform. And a lot of the attendees in today's webinar are basically connected to the platform as well, and you can also get a lot of advantages using the 3D Experience platform. Okay, so let me jump into another, I can say, area wherein let us see what the industry rely on today. So industry has a lot of challenges, and there are a lot of software tools that industry use to address those challenges and basically run their business. So here is basically set of tools. Like for communication and collaboration, people use tools like Slack, Skype, maybe data management softwares, and then Google Drive, or maybe WhatsApp, Outlook, and so on. For design, they use tools like SolidWorks, DraftSite, and a few other tools as well, especially for data management, visualization, marketing, ERP, manufacturing, resource planning, then project management, documentation. For every stage of the process in an organization, in an industry, they use different applications that basically combines to give them solution to their challenges. Okay, so but what the 3D experience platform is, it is a business innovation platform that combines the business operating systems, collaboration systems, data management system, product design and development system, and communication system together. So the point is, what all applications I have shown you in my previous slides, those are basically different products that can be amalgamated in a single platform, and you can use the tools available on the solid 3D experience platform in a collaborative way, and all those challenges that those are addressed using the tools shown earlier can be addressed using a single platform. Okay, so it is actually more than a gateway to 3D CAD. So let us basically see the little building blocks of 3D experience platform. So you might have keep hearing about these names like roles, apps, and dashboard. Okay, in the previous webinar and in today's hands-on session also, you will hear a lot about it. Okay, so let me just take you through that. What is the basic
Uh,
meaning of roles? So roles is nothing but transformation of all the apps which comes together, and we create a gentlemen, am I audible now?
yeah, your the audio is working.
Okay,
Yes.
audio is working. Okay, okay, perfectly fine. So I think earlier the audio was a little issue. Okay. Um, then comes the applications. Application are basically the individual tools that we use within the platform. Okay, let's say for creating the 3D design, I use a xDesign app. Okay, for saving my data, I use 3D Space app or 3D Drive app. Okay, for connecting to a community, I use a 3D Swim app. Okay, so we have a collection of apps and widgets, and then we have dashboard. So dashboard is basically, it's an area where we can place our apps and widgets so that they are easily available to us, and we can share the latest project information, product information, and whatever innovation we are doing, we can share all our updates with everyone within the team. Okay, so I hope it is clear the difference between roles, apps, and the dashboard. So now I would like to take you through a short video. So this video basically talks about a design a dashboard which is created, wherein I have the collaborative task app using which I can create the task, I can assign the task to the teammates, and they will basically get notified that a certain task is assigned to me. So the point is, I can basically plan the project and I can assign specific task related to the project. So it is not only a 3D CAD tool, but it is overall a much bigger experience. Okay, so let's say I have done my design and now I would like to share this, publish this design to the community. Okay, so here you can see I'm adding a message to Sham that I've basically created this design and kindly suggest if I have to do some redesigning. Okay, so I have posted in the community. So in the second tab, if you see, I have my communities tab where whatever I have posted is displayed over there. Okay, and similarly I will go to another app to basically do some modifications in my design. So probably it's a little longer video. I will basically take it a little faster, and then I have basically done some modification in the design, and again I can repost it that yes, I have done some modification in my design in the 3D community. So the point is, it is not only a 3D CAD software you will be using it, you will actually be experiencing a lot of collaborative content wherein you can actually, it can work like a Facebook or an Instagram for engineering students, okay, wherein you are posting your idea, you can sharing your comments, you can, people are liking your comments or they are providing the feedback in a constructive way. So it is a lot more than just doing a 3D designing. So let me just introduce a couple of roles which are introduced in the SolidWorks kitty of products. One is the 3D creator role, which is nothing but xDesign. And then we have a 3D sculptor role, which is basically, we call it as X-shape. Although we are not going to concentrate anything on X-shape right now, because this challenge is more on xDesign. So we are going to basically concentrate on the 3D creator role. So let me just take you through little in detail that what this 3D creator role is. Okay, so this 3D creator is nothing but, this is the actual SolidWorks xDesign application. So it is nothing, it is actually a online 3D CAD. So when I say online 3D CAD, it means you do not need to install this product on your local hardware. Okay, when I say local hardware, it could be your laptop, desktop, or maybe your tablet. It could be a Android tablet, or it could be your iPad. Okay, so you just need a browser and an internet connection to basically use this software. Okay, it's a full-fledged 3D CAD software on the browser. Okay, and a few more things. There is a embedded data management system within the design tool. You have a collaborative environment wherein you can create communities, you can share your ideas within the communities, and you can do a lot of collaboration between your team members. You can do a lot of ideation process, innovation process, and probably Aniket will basically take you through all these areas in today and webinar, or maybe some portion he will cover today, and then he will do a few more sessions on that. Okay, then yes, a project management is also integrated with the tool, and this tool is completely secure because your data basically always resides in a cloud space, which is a secure space available to you, and no one without the access control will be able to do anything with the data. Okay, and then you also have a lot of our customers, they really like, we have something called Make and SolidWorks 3D Experience Make, which basically connects our industry with the different vendors. And then we have something called Part Supply also, where online library content is available, where people can go and download the content that they need to use in their design. Okay, so a few more benefits of SolidWorks xDesign I would like to talk about. Generally, what challenge happens is there is a lot of disconnected workflows when the customers or students, they work on a design software. Okay, and there is basically a disconnect between the actual CAD software and the collaboration. So since SolidWorks xDesign basically runs on 3D Experience platform, which not only have this CAD software, but also a lot of applications which are designed to enable the collaboration. So there is no disconnection in the workflow. And then there are challenges that there is a poor collaboration among the distributed design teams. So what you need is you just need an internet connection. You do not need any installation to be done. Anyone can access data or SolidWorks xDesign anywhere on any device just using an internet connection. So this is something we really like. And then lack of visibility into the design process and inefficient tools for the stakeholders input. So these are general challenges, and how we basically address using SolidWorks xDesign is there is a single source of truth and tools to allow the stakeholders to view the progress and feedback. And all data is basically saved centralized. So any information you need and any model or assembly someone wants to review, every data is always of the latest version. And yes, another challenge that generally people face is there is a slow rate of concept creation and iteration and ideation. So using SolidWorks xDesign, there is no barrier to start creating in 3D in the single modeling environment. So in the same environment, you will be doing your part design. In the same environment, you will do your assembly design, and it's a single modeling environment. And believe you me, people really appreciate working in this interface. And the overhead of software deployment and maintenance, so that is basically taken care because SolidWorks xDesign requires no installation and it doesn't require any upgrades to be done. Even if there is a new version of SolidWorks xDesign comes, so what you just need to do is you just need to connect to internet and log in into your 3D experience platform. So the latest software will be available to you. So here I would like to basically touch upon some of the use cases of xDesign. A lot of customers have basically started venturing into using SolidWorks xDesign across the globe. So some of the use cases over here are field engineers with those require very lightweight computing devices. Okay. Another case is where people wants to perform a design work across multiple sites and they want to collaborate with each other. So in a case where you need to do a lot of concept and prototyping design, so that is another use case. And if you would like to have a design that needs to be done on the shop floor, or you want to have some real time feedback and you want to incorporate that in your design on the shop floor itself, so you have a wireless system in place that you can use anywhere, anytime on any device. And yes, especially with students, wherein when they work on projects, they need a lot of collaboration with the multiple stakeholders. So these are some of the use cases that people basically really appreciate while when they will basically start working on SolidWorks xDesign. So one more slide on the product highlights. Okay, so design guidance is something which is very well accepted by people across the globe. So this basically design guidance is nothing but it is a generative design generation tool. It is a generative design tool that basically helps the designers to understand the optimal material based on optimal material or the optimum design to be generated by the software by just defining the supports and loads and constraints. So if you have to design a bracket, you just define what are the support locations, what are the loading locations. Okay, so you define your boundary conditions and the design will be generated by the software itself. So this is something very unique to SolidWorks xDesign. Then comes the flexibility of the design workflow. So we have something called a super feature, which allows you to change the design intent without a rework. So when I talk about super feature, I personally really like this feature. Okay, so let's say I have created an extruded boss, and I thought maybe instead of extruded boss, I would like to create a sweep. So I just need to edit the extrude feature and I will switch it to sweep. It is as easy as this. Okay, and something like a fillet one wants to convert to chamfer, chamfer wants to convert to fillet. So everything is interchangeable. So the super feature is something that people really appreciate, especially at the ideation stage. Then comes single modeling environment where people are focusing on design and not on the assembly structure. So if we work in a traditional CAD software wherein you have to basically take care of the assembly structure a lot, but this is something especially for the concept stage and ideation stage, you need not to do that. You need to just concentrate on your design, not on the assembly structure. So you can use this single modeling environment for the same. Then built-in versioning control. So you need not to basically struggle for any data management systems to be used. So whatever design I do, if I save it, I assign it as a version, it is there. Tomorrow, if I perform 5 changes and I basically save it, so all those 5 changes are saved as different versions. So I have a version control, and at any point in time, I can open a version and I can reuse it. Then we have built-in collaboration tool, which will basically eliminate the disconnection of the basically it eliminates the disconnected collaboration, I can say, problems. So it is a completely collaborative environment wherein you can create your communities, you can call people into your communities, you can start discussing with the people in your communities, you can start posting your content, and the people can like it, they can appreciate it, they can give you the feedback. So it's a complete collaborative set of tools that you can use. And you can also connect to your stakeholders across your product development network. And last but not the least, you can also get connected to the SolidWorks desktop. Okay, so probably maybe after the challenge, or maybe within the challenge, I don't know that how, but yes, this functionality is also available. You can also get connected to the SolidWorks desktop as well. So I would like to just summarize my talk. So it is the SolidWorks xDesign is much more than the 3D CAD in a browser. So it is an overall experience, a business system, which will basically help you to define your overall objective of your challenge, and the progress of your challenge can be monitored, and each and every person in your team will be connected to the platform, will have the latest update on what is happening to your project. Okay, so you can use communication and collaborative tools via communities, and it's a unraveled scalability. So there are lot of applications those are available on 3D experience platform, and SolidWorks xDesign, and which is basically part of 3D creator role, is one of the role. Okay, so there are a lot more things to come. So be connected, be I would like to appreciate all of you on your enthusiasm, and I hope this is going to be one of the biggest, you can say, the xDesign challenges that is basically have ever happened on this planet. Okay, so let us make it successful, and then we have a lot more things to come on 3D experience platform. So with this, I would like to hand this session over to Aniket. So it's all yours, Aniket.
Thanks, Gurpreet.
I will
Yeah,
make you the presenter. Yeah.
yeah, sure. Okay, you can see my screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Now on hands-on session, I'll cover some basic point: how to use a platform, how to use XDesign, how to use different kinds of widget, which will be useful while doing a designs, and this will be helpful for your XDesign challenge also. Uh, so we will start with introduction to the platform. So this is a platform. When you log into the platform first time, you will have this getting started link. This getting started link is nothing but an introduction, which compass is showing different kinds of roles. So what the compass actually represents. So the 3D side is representing the 3D modeling apps. So whatever the modeling apps on a platform will be on this compass side. Then social collaborations app will be on a north side quadrant. Then the next section will be the introduction for roles and apps from the compass. Then these are the notifications you can see on the right hand side top corner. So this will represent all your information. This is any notifications you are getting. Then if you want to create a dashboard or add a content to it, then this is for the sharing your data to collaborations, collaborative spaces or communities. Then this is a shortcuts to go and look into the communities and 3D drives. And this is a search content. This is the most important content while you're doing anything on a community. Search will be the easiest way to find the data on a platform. So I'll show you how to search your data. Then in the search, we have a 6W tagger. You can filter your content by using these 6 tags. Then these are the action bars. So I'll show you action bars in xDesign mode. When you go to the xDesign challenge dashboard, you will have this community. This community is having a two contents. One is a timeline content, one is a content center. So when you switch back to contact, you can see the posts only. So all the posts are listed over here. If you click on this plus icon, then you will get these kind of activities to add a post on the communities. Right now, all the users are the members roles, so that's why you are not able to add a post. But you can become an author on the community. Just you need to click on this become an author button. When you click on this become an author, we will get a notification that you want to become an author on this community. So you just send, I want to become an author. I want to become author. So, and then send a notification. So it will send a notification to the admin team, and we will get a notification like Aniket Bhange requested an author role. So I can directly accept you. And if you go to your section, then refresh your page, then you will have an author role. When you have an author role, you can post different content in your communities. So this will open few more tabs into the communities, that you can add a post instead of questions. Also you can add a post, and you can add a different data. Also you can just like, share, and delete your content also. So yeah, here you'll get a notification you're added to the you're added as a author. So next thing, when you want to create a community, this is a option to create a community. Just click on this option, and here you can see create a community button. When you say create a community button, you have to request a community. You have your teams, you don't have a community, separate community. For your teams, if you want to create a separate community, just go over here, click into the create a community button, and send us a request to create a community. Like I can show you that. So we will move forward till the reload. Then the conversations. We are getting more number of conversations from all the team members, and we are responding to that conversations. This is a conversation is the best way to communicate with the team members. If you want to communicate with us, you can directly communicate with us. You can directly create a new conversation. You can add maximum 8 users, but we have given you an option to create a community. So those teams have 10 members in their teams, so they can create their private community. I'll suggest you go and create a private community and share all the data into the community. And finally, when you have created your community, just go to members, and in the members you will find this add member option. So you have to add xDesign member in this community, so that we can see what you are doing in your private communities also. So it will be helpful for us to track your progress. Then you can post on the public communities also, but don't post your private content on the public communities. Okay, this is a community introduction. Then we can go to 3D space. 3D space is a collaborative space where you can save your data. You can create a separate collaborative space for your team. Like My team is xDesign admin. So I'm creating a separate collaborative space. Make a visibility private. When you are making a visibility private, nobody can see your collaborative space, and just click on a create. But when you create a community, then make sure your team members has access to this community. So go to add members and make them author or a leader or a owner or a contributor. Contributor can only see what is in your community. He cannot edit or write a content. But author can edit their content. Means if I am an author, I have created a content and added to 3D space, I can only edit that. So maybe what you can do, you can make few members as a leaders and few members as a author and add data to the 3D space. So these three will be helpful for you to control the data on your private collaborative space. So I'm adding as a author. So it is added to your collaborative space. So other users can also see xDesign admin collaborative space on their 3D space tab. Now 3D drive will be a storage for you to share the documents on the platform. If you have your documents you want to share with your teammates, so you can use the 3D drive directly to share your documents with your team members. You can create your own folders in the 3D drive and they can access this 3D drive. You can install 3D drive on your Windows systems also. Just click on Windows install and your 3D drive will get installed on your system, and you can add files to your that folder, and that folder will get automatically synchronized with platform. Then we have xDesign tutorials on this tab. So you can just go over here and check xDesign tutorials. We have posted a design schedule on the schedule tab. So all the timelines will be posted on this schedule tab. Now, now we will go and create a separate dashboard. So first thing, click on add dashboard, given add dashboard name and say create. The blank dashboard is created. Now you have to go to the 3D quadrant and then drag your widgets, and you can also add xDesign widget, and you can also add any widget you need. So what I'm adding 3D space widget, and I'm adding 3D swim widget. It is not compulsory to create your own dashboard, but I'm showing you because you can have a feel of a collaboration while working on a platform, that you have your own team dashboard and you are working in a collaboration. So all the places, all the widgets will be there and you are working in the same environment. So whatever the widgets we have on xDesign challenge dashboard, you can also add. Just click here and drag and drop it to the blank region, and all the widgets are get placed. These are the maximize button which will maximize your widgets. These are the minimize button which will minimize your widgets. The simple way. Then swim will be also posted over here. In this also you will have the same swim community page. If you directly access the swim community from the north quadrant, it will open a new page for you. Then then I am telling you a new content, like this content will help you to create a collaborative task within your team members. So just go and add collaborative task widget into your dashboard. So you will see multiple tasks over here. So delete me, move using drag and drop. So these are the some introduction tabs over here. So what I want to do, so I want to assign a task to one of my team members to xDesign and design roller, design roller, and say add. So it will get added over here. So you can see there are some fields over here. So you can assign it to direct assign. You can search in assignee. It will search which assignee you want to add, and it will get assigned to it. You can add an attachment also if you have a sketch, or if you have a drawing and you want to suggest him what should we do. So you can upload your documents from the external drives also. Then you will have a comment section over here, so you can add a comments so that he can also see what are the different types of tasks assigned to him. Then you can just drag and drop the this section, so it will be in the progress right now. So whatever the task I have created will be in progress, so that you can create a multiple task for your team members. So team members task, so they can work with their task, and when they have completed their task they can say it to the done, and these tasks get completed. So you will have a proper tracking of your assemblies while you are creating a model. Then we also have a product explorer widget. This product explorer widget will explore the product structure, means whatever the products you have, that product structures will be displayed into this. This is a complete 3D navigation widget where you can see your models, how the model is looks like. Means without opening an xDesign, you can just drag your content over here and that model get opened on the 3D product explorer side. So this widget is also useful if you just want to observe your model, take a different views from the models. So this widget is will be a view widget which will show you the product structure also, and which will give you a 3D navigation of your product. So we will move to the xDesign default dashboard. So we have covered this creation sharing widget. So now we move to the xDesign. So I'll give you a first widget introduction, then what is the xDesign dashboard and what are the different tabs included in it. So this is the xDesign SolidWorks xDesign dashboard. After assigning you a role, this is a default widget which will be displayed in your dashboard list. So if you click on a dashboard list, you will have a three different tabs. First is the xDesign tab, second is a My Community tab, and third is a tips for getting started. This one is a default widget. So you can just use this widget also, and you can create your own dashboard and add your own widgets also. But make sure sometimes widget numbers should be limited. Don't make more than 5 widgets on the same login. So if you are going to create a multiple dashboard and you are adding more number of xDesign widget, then the the access restrictions will be there for adding more number of widgets on the same panel. In the widget, you can see here are some models which we have created for you, and it is displayed on this 3D space side. If you click on this three button arrow, so all the collaborative space are listed over here. It is the same widget which we have shown previously. I'll refresh my button. Sometimes session connection, if you face also the connecting session issues, so you just need to refresh the widget and it will again reconnect you to the xDesign windows. Okay, till it is loading, I'll introduce you to the more commands. Okay, we have a loading issue. Fine. Okay, till it is loading, I'll show you the different contexts on the top bar section. Here also we have add buttons to you, share buttons to you. Then If you go to the 3D quadrant, you can see an xDesign app over here also. If you click on this, it will also pop up an xDesign widget for you. And you can also see different roles and profiles which we have assigned to you. Like if admin is there, then and then only he can access this platform manager. Otherwise, you can see the 3D creator and business innovation and industry innovations. If you just check on the roles, it will show you two different kinds of app. One is xDesign and one is a derived format. If you go to the business innovations, these are the different types of business innovation apps which we have. Like you can create a web notes also. Means you just need to add this widget to your dashboard, and all the web notes will be getting created. And you can also add a quick links from the external links. So this widget will connect you to the external links. And these are the mailbox which we have which we can configure. So these all included in the business innovation role. Then industry innovation role will also having your collaborations like collaborative approvals and collaboration task, then task management. This comes under the industry innovation section. So just give me a minute. I'll stop my presentation so that I can reconnect again.
Ankit, are you connected?
Yes, we have connected, but we have an
Okay,
connection issue from the server side. So we will be
okay,
giving a demo on different roles on pods. Yep.
okay, okay, okay,
Just
okay.
I just need a minute to connect them.
Okay, fine, fine, fine.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, so in the meantime, I would like to just reiterate on this the benefits of the SolidWorks X Design on 3D Experience platform. As I have already mentioned, that it is not just a 3D CAD software on which you basically work. As shared by Aniket, there are a lot of other things which includes the data management, collaboration. You can create tasks. You can assign those tasks to different team members. You can also assign documents along with the tasks, and then once you basically assign it to a team member, the your team member will basically get a notification, and then that gentleman or the lady can basically access the document, and they can basically start working on that particular area of the project. So it means there are a lot of collaborative and
Hi,
the
Ketan.
project planning stuff is also included with the 3D experience platform. So I think Ankit, you are up now.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Okay, fine,
Oh,
fine.
sorry guys, we stuck between backup time. So every server
Okay,
has
okay.
its own backup time. So we actually caught on directly on a backup time. That's why it has some small gap for 5 minutes when the backup has started. So right now we are going more towards the next dashboard. Okay. So this is your XDesign dashboard, and we are creating a small model to you. So you can see my screen. Okay.
Yes,
This is
Aniket,
an
it's visible.
XDesign,
Yeah.
yeah, XDesign model. So these three tabs will be helping you while you're creating a design on XDesign. This is a tips while you're getting started. You're new to XDesign and you want to work with the tools. So what's two different kinds of tools we have and how they are going to get explored. So all the tips will be on this tab, on this single tab. So what I'm talking is the tabs and dashboards. So dashboards will be over here, and in the dashboard you have sublinks that we call it as a tabs. So you can just click on any plus button, so you can create a multiple tabs on the same section. So all the tips, how to save a component, how to go to the my content, how to go to the 3D space, how to do a sketching. So all the default sections will be in the tips for getting started. So right now I want to create a roller on this assembly. So if you look into this assembly, we have a sub assembly into this, and we have a main assembly. So I want to create a new roller component on this assembly. So I'll just create a new component. Then he will ask me to select a collaborative space. So this is your first step while you are starting a design challenge. So when you do the design challenge, don't use common space to start your component. By default, common space is the first choice for the selection, but you have created your own collaborative space. So start design by using this newly created collaborative space, so that other team members cannot see your data. I can see that some peoples are creating their designs in the collaborative space, common space. So make sure you don't have your data in common space. So recreate that part or export your design and re-import into the your own private collaborative space, so that only your team members has access to the collaborative space and you can create your design. So don't share your ideas in the common space. So you just create.
Yeah, yeah, Ankit,
Yeah, sure.
I would also like to reiterate it. I have been working on the 3D experience platform for past maybe 1.5 years, and it is very important for all of you to make sure the moment you basically start any project, you create your collaborative space first, because otherwise it will be a publicly visible data. Okay, if you do it in a collaborative space, only people invited to by you to the collaborative space will have the access to the data. And importing data from a common space to your collaborative space is basically a lot of, we can say, pain. Okay, so make sure you must follow this tip.
Now we will start a sketch. Just select a plane, click on the sketch button. You will have a sketch grid. Then you can create a middle point, lines, and sections. All the commands are listed over here. You will have a trim command, mirror command, convert entities, and all the different kinds of commands. So I'll start with my basic line command. So I'm creating one simple sketch. So while creating a sketch also you can scroll and zoom in and zoom out your models. So I can add a relations to these lines. So I want to make these lines as a vertical. So I just click on a line and say vertical. The line get converted to the vertical. I want to make this as a construction line. So I'm making it as a construction line. Then I am adding a dimensions to it. So I want to add a dimension as a diameter. So I'll just click on the line and the construction line. When you are on the left side of your selection, means you are on a selection side, it will show you a radius dimension. And if you move on the other side of your sketch, it will directly take it as a uh, diameter. So you will have your diameter. The first entered dimension will be the readjustment of your complete sketch. If you observed that previously while I'm selecting it, it is showing me dimensions around 150, and right now it is showing me a dimensions around 40. So all the dimensions, all the sketch get readjusted according to it. So make sure you have chosen the correct dimensions while you are creating the first dimension. So first dimension should be in that proper manner, so that you can your sketch get properly get converted. You can just manually adjust your sketch. And I want to add this relations to the center point. So just select the origin, select the sketch, and add it. So it is added to the position. Now you can add dimensions. So I'll add multiple dimensions to it in the same manner. Like I want to add this as a 8, so I'm making it as a 8. So dimensions between these two as 9, so I'll add it as a 9. Then I'll add this position to this point as 15. So as step by step, when I'm adding a dimension, you can see a blue lines and a black lines. Black lines indicate that you have entered all the dimensions to that line, and that line is fully constrained. So while creating a sketch, make sure you have your design fully constrained. If you don't have your fully constrained design, so it will make some shifts into the design, and you can see that uh, only the blue lines are getting moved and black lines are the fixed one. So blue lines are not constrained, so that's why it is moving up and down while you are adding a dimensions. So make sure all the lines should be properly dimensioned. Uh, and again, go here. I'll add this as a 35, and I'll add my final dimensions to this line, and this line will convert it to black. So now the complete black sketch is displayed. Now it is showing me that my sketch is fully constrained. So I'll choose a mirror object, and what I'll do, I'll press Control and center scroll key to move pan my sketch. I have selected a complete sketch, and it is get converted to the section. Now I'll add a center line over here also, so that I can use my future commands. I'll use this line as a construction line. When you click OK, the sketch is defined. Now if you go to the feature command, you can see multiple features like the same features which we are representing for the CAD modeling. Like we have CAD, extrude, we have revolve, we have swept command, we have lofts, fillets, holes, and drafts. So I'll start with the extrude command. I have created an extrude to this component. So if you just select, you can see the extrude is added to this section. If you just click on OK, the extrude is completely executed. But I don't want an extrude. I want this to be a revolve. So I can just switch my features over here also. I'll just jump from extrude to revolve, and it is showing me a different dialog box. So I'll just select an axis, and I'll select my object. So this will showing me a directions. For direction 1, I want a full revolve. Blind means it will add a dimension. Mid plane means it will do a revolve around a mid plane. And if you go to up to geometry, means you have to select a geometry up to which you want to do a revolve. So I want to do a full revolve. Okay, these options are actually fixed to everyone. If you go to the extrude command also, it will also show you the same. Means blind means you have to add a dimension. Mid plane means it will add a dimensions on the mid plane section through all both directions. So it will do a both direction way, and it is a one way. Then it's up to the geometry, it is up to the next, you have some commands up to next and up to body. So these are having its own meaning according to the sketch. If you go to the advanced section, you can also see the start conditions, drafts, along the directions, auto merge. These options are included into the advanced option. You can go to the ini command and you can see the similar kinds of a product structure while you are working on it. Then I have created one complete component, so I'll rename it as a roller. I'll add it as a roller one. So this component is completely created. So I'll just place this and save it. So when you save a component, that save will be posted to this 3D space. Just make sure that after saving a component, there is a time to interact the data to the collaborative space. Means it will directly not appear while after the saving. It will take 2 minutes to upload the data to this collaborative space, and that data will appear after 2 minutes. So don't be in a hurry that your data is not displayed into the collaborative space. You just have to wait for 2 minutes. What is the indexation time? If you go to the top bar, this is a search bar, and if you click on a my content section, you will see all the 3D search, all the components into this one my content section. If you click on this watch, it will show you the exact time where your data is indexed. Means my data is actually stored to the server right now. So you can just see the timing over here. I have created a ruler. So now I want to add this component to my main assembly. So I'll open my main assembly. I have all the assemblies part files on my 3D space. So I want to open that part file from this collaborative space, and I want to open an assembly component. So what I'll do, I'll just click on a 6W tag. After clicking on a 6W tag, here is a filter called content structure. So if I click on a root component, it will display only root components over here. So all the root main assemblies are displayed into this section. I want to add this roller into my main assembly. So I'll just drag and drop this and open component. So it will open my belt roller assembly. So this assembly get opened. If you click on this delete, all the tags will get cleared out. So just close it. Now I want to find my roller component to add over here. So what I'll do, I'll first add it to my subassembly, and then I'll show you how it is getting updated to the main assembly. So I'll open my main subassemblies over here. If you can see the origin points, so you just need to go to the view, and so view filters and say origin. So origin point will get filtered out. So these view commands will help you to filter your views while you are doing the design. So I want to add a roller to this, and roller is on this 3D space side. So I can search a roller from top bar. I can search a roller from top section. So the roller which we have created are listed here, or I can just click search in the current dashboard. On this current dashboard, we have a 3D space over here. And if we say roller, that roller is displayed on the side view. So it will be helpful to just click drag. After dragging, we have a two options like open component and insert component. So just click on insert component and that component get inserted to your assembly. So this is a search window. You can search directly from all collaborative space, and you can search in a current dashboard 3D space widget. So what is actually it is searching? My content will show you only the content which you have created. Means if I have created some contents, all those type of contents will be displayed over here. So these are the filters to filter whatever the contents you have. So I have multiple types of contents in 3 to 4 collaborative spaces. So it is showing me these collaborative spaces. If you click on the show all, it will show you different CAD masters models, then classifications, collaborative policies, content structures. So all these tags will help you to filter this content on my content section. if you want to search your friend's assembly which he has created on your collaborative space, you have to search with by using his part file name, because he has created and one part file but you have not created, so that's why it will be not displayed in your my content. It will be displayed in 3D space widget, but it is not going to display in my content. You have to search that component. So if you want to find an easy way, so my technique is that I'll add a xDesign widget on left side, 3D space widget on right side, and use current dashboard search. So if you click on this search tab, select option current dashboard search and search the main components. So all the components are displayed over here. So in that way, you can easily find any components on 3D space side, and you just have to click, drag and drop it to the main component. So we have a roller inserted over here. So I'll add the mates. You just have to select mate faces, press Control key. He will showing you load components. All you need to first load all components. So after loading all the components, it will show you a mates. So mate tab will be automatically displayed after selecting two faces, two lines, face lines. So mate options will be available after selecting the components. Okay, I'll just remove outside first. Then I want to add mates between these two faces. So I can select one face, press Control key and select two faces. While pressing Control and both selections, that mates will get added. And now you can see the mates are added over here. Okay. Now if you open the main assembly, this is a belt roller main assembly. So I'll just drag and drop and open the main assembly. I have to save this component. So I'll click on a save, and it will open your main assembly, and the main assembly get automatically updated by just adding a data to the sub assembly. So this is your sub assembly component, and this is your main assembly. Main assembly is automatically get updated. So this is your roller which is getting updated. You can just replace the components over here also. I want to replace the component, so you can just replace a component, so it will give you a component search window, and you can just directly search the component and perform a replace option. So I want to search as a roller, so I'll select this roller and press OK and say. So it will replace a roller component. So the new roller will be updated. So he will ask you to add a mates if the mates are broken. I'll not go into the details. So this is your roller. New roller get updated according to the panel. So this is a basic introduction of xDesign. If you want to see the more tutorials, you have tutorials, and we are posting more videos on communities, how to work on different commands also. I have given you a small introduction video. After creating everything, I want to share this to the community, to share picture, publish to the community. But only thing, you just need to expand your widget. The widget is in small portion. You will not find a share to community option. If you want to share your data to community, you just have to maximize your widget, and the publish to community option will be available. So now it is a media. You need to add a title, description, and you can say publish. So you have a, we are giving you an access to the community. So create your own communities. We will pass on your communities, and you can share your data directly to the communities. Just make sure don't share your personal data directly to the main communities. Okay. Now we are moving towards the last section. Uh, how to create a collab, how to post in the community is over. I'll showcase you a model which we have created for this xDesign challenge. This is just an showcase model. Don't take this model as a reference model. Okay, I'll go to my machine. And we have multiple widgets, so I'll go directly to my xDesign widget. Again, one thing, while session logout, please make sure you are closing your component. If you are not closing your component, so it will show us the assembly team or somebody else is using your part file, it will show them that your component is locked, so they cannot work on it. If you want to stop your work, just make sure you have closed your part file or assembly file from the xDesign window. Just making a logout or closing the widget will not make the changes into lock unlock section. What is lock unlock? So this is a section where these two options are displayed. It is reserved by you. So reserved by you means you are working on this part file and nobody else from your team can work on this. If they want to create an assembly also, you have to close this component. So after your design, save the changes and make sure you have closed your model. Again, one tip was there. After completion of your model, for a safe side, export your model. Make sure you have exported your model. When you click on export, it will show you an option that 3D XML and SLD XML. So make sure 3D XML and allow editing option should be active. If you go for review only, so when you import back, it will show you review only model and other feature trees will be get discarded. So you sure after creating your part files, assembly files, make sure export your data properly so that all the data will be stored on your local systems. And in the same manner, you have import options over here. So you can import the 3D XMLs to again back to your collaborative space. And after importing, it will directly add it to this 3D space. If you get a message more than one components get imported, so you can directly see that component is already imported to the 3D space. Now I'll show you a model. So this is a model which we have created. This is a small electric pod, shuttle pod. So this shuttle pod will be helpful for a small distance traveler. So if you can see, we have added colors and different kinds of sketches, images over here. We have added a driver seats to it. Then I'll load this complete assembly so that you can just have a feel. So how we have created, you can create mates, you can create an assembly, you can add colors, you can add pictures to it also. In sketch command you have insert picture option, so you can directly select a face, start a sketch, and in that insert picture option will be there. So in that way you can just highlight and tags your models also. And this is our model, so you will have your feel. We are opening the doors, so doors get opened. So these kind of detailings we required for your models. Everything is under design criteria. So whatever the design criteria we have shared with you, so it is according to the design criteria. We are kind of expecting some kind of, this is a complete basic model. This is not a reference model, but we want to showcase you how you can color it, how you can add the pictures to it. You can select a face, you will have a sketch commands over here. In the sketch commands you can find insert image options also. So this is one of the basic file we have created for you. Now we are moving towards our final presentation. So add images, use lock unlock is also over. So thank you. So we will entertain your questions, and we are expecting most to collaborate with your team members, create your personal communities, create your own 3D spaces, and share data to your private spaces. How to submit a design? We will send you a messages to it. So first start your design. We are having a limited time for designing, so don't waste your time. Start your design, and hope you would have fun while doing a designs in xDesign, and we are there to help you also. So add any queries to your communities, and our technical team will contact you on the communities also. So thank you. Uh, Gurpreet, you want to add more?
No, I think most of the things are already covered by Aniket. So probably I would encourage all the attendees to go through the platform, create your dashboard, and I can see few requests for creating the communities as well. So we have accepted the request. So I think you'll be good to go with this. And anyways, we'll be sharing the recording of this webinar as well with all of you. And if okay, before we jump to the question and answer session, so Aniket, anything else we need to discuss other than this?
Uh, Other than this, no, just make sure all
Okay.
your team members have accepted the invitations, all they are active,
Yeah.
and and you are also active on the communities. All you
Mm.
have to post everything on the communities, because this is also one of the judging criterias, adding a data, collaborating through the communities. So make sure, have fun, and thank you.
Yeah. So yeah. So
So
ladies and gentlemen, so have fun. I can see still 724 pending invitations. So I request all of you to put a word across to the entire, I can say, team of your friends and peers, and encourage everyone to join the platform, and then just start using xDesign. So with this, Aniket, I think we can take up a few questions.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mm, Measurements from how do I change measurements standards from centimeter to So if you just go to an xDesign widget, we have a preference option. So after loading a widget, preference option will get displayed, and here you will find your cm, and other things to change. Okay, then next question will be.
Yeah, before this, there's a question by Darshan. Can we import designs made in SolidWorks offline version into XDesign?
Uh, you
Yeah.
can import, but we
Mm.
are expecting more to be created in xDesign. So it
Yeah.
is one of the judging criteria how you have created your models in xDesign. It is not. It is the same that you can create anything in xDesign. So we are expecting
Mm.
you to create an xDesign.
Yes, correct. So we can import parts as well as assemblies done in SolidWorks, but we don't want you to basically do it in SolidWorks and then
Yeah.
import it here, because we are going to go through how you have done it. So, but in just to in answer to your question, yes, you can do it, but for this competition, you need to basically do everything in XDesign as far as the CAD is concerned. Yeah. Another question by Kalp Shah. Can you post this webinar on YouTube channel, please? Okay,
Yeah.
we have the recording of
Yes.
this webinar, Kalp.
Yeah.
Can we post it to YouTube? But we need to
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
see
We
the
will post a webinar on YouTube. We have posted a previous webinar also. We will do that.
okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. We will do that. Okay, there is a question by Swati. How to make that design means like about last picture that you have. had done about the shuffle van means about open the window. Okay, so opening the window, Swati, it
Okay,
is basically just the combination of the mates. Okay, so there are a few
we will
degrees of
post you a
freedom
video
across the
for mates. We will post you a
okay.
video how to use mates and give emotions to the mates. We will do that.
Hmm.
We will post a video in community. What are different
And
kinds of judging criteria? We will have judging criterias and we will share you. So first start design and then we will share you. First judging criteria is be sure you are active in the communities and all your members are registered. So these two are the first judging criteria, and we will we will open all the judging criteria as soon as the timeline moves on.
yeah. Aniket, there's a question for you. Can you please show how to create a collaborative space?
Okay, the collaborative space is a simple one. You just have to click on the study space. In my collaborative space option, you have option to create a new collaborative space. Just click on this new collaborative space, and you will have options to create a collaborative space.
So another word of caution over here for the team members, please do not create individual collaborative spaces for each user. Please create a common collaborative space for a team, because otherwise the managing of collaborative spaces across so many users will be a little difficult. Okay, so as a team you create one collaborative space.
Uh,
There's a question from Swati. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
Nikita, anything you would like to add? Yeah.
you can export it to other software. The format is 3D XML file format.
Hmm.
Then other question is like, do we have elements or similar options? So till now we don't have. Stay tuned. XDesign will have these options also.
Hmm.
Okay, how to chat with other teammates in a group or private. So you can chat with your teammates by using the same conversation option. Then any questions related to mail IDs and other things, you just have to write me a mail on the same XDesign registration mail ID, and we will get back to you if you have any changes in your mail IDs and team members and other things. Uh, and from where you can see the event schedule timeline, so go to XDesign challenge dashboard, and in the last tab we have a schedule posted, and deadlines will also be posted on this schedule tab. If you want to do a simulation, we don't have simulations into this XDesign, but you can do your simulations on your own, and how to submit a design we will get back to you, and at that time you can just proceed with that. Okay.
There's a question from Harsh. Where is the structural analysis section of simulation?
So this will be a section where you have this structural analysis and other apps which we call the information and intelligence app section, but we
No,
don't
no.
have role
Yeah.
for this
V
section.
V plus R. Aniket, go to
Oh yeah,
V
we
plus
are
R.
sorry, we are V plus our
VR.
simulation apps.
Yeah, so there are a lot of simulation apps available on 3D Experience platform, but unfortunately, currently in this challenge, you do not have access to those applications. So maybe stay tuned. Post this challenge, maybe sometime we might share more details on that. So,
Um,
what does mean by networking in XDesign? I have received a invitation from someone unknown.
okay, can you forward me that mail on XDesign, the XDesign challenge mail ID, so I can check which is that? Okay. How to create a new plane? You have the command in xDesign to create a new plane. So you can go and create a new plane. It is on the same action bar tab. 3D XML is the 3D XML is only for exporting or it is used for importing too. So it is a both way. So we can export and import 3D XML. Just sure that you are selecting a proper options. And you have materials and colors options for rendering, so you can use that. And webinar video will be posted, so it's okay. We can close the webinar now. Yeah, Gurpreet.
There's one more question. What is the certification in the timeline?
Yeah, we will get back to you. What is the certification? Everything will be reviewed. Just wait. We have we have actually announced you that you will get a certification exam to be performed. So how to do it, we will get back to you, and we will post any future updates on the communities.
Okay, Aniket, there is one more question on the standard parts like wheels or other objects. So I just wanted to check, do they have the access to the part supply?
They don't have we have to check that they have a part supply access or not. If they have a part supply access, then they can
Okay,
work on it.
okay, fine. Maybe you can check and you can just get back to
Because
Pradhavir
yeah,
Rathi.
because SolidWorks part supplies in xDesign we do have that. Like if you go to the xDesign and we have options for part supplies and other things. So how to use
Yes,
it, we
yes,
will
yes,
post a
yes.
video on the community, so they can use that
Okay,
also.
perfect, perfect. Yeah.
So anything else? Okay, fine. So all the questions are
Question from
covered.
Swati. The structure I have is one question I'm just
Yeah,
answering,
sure, sure, sure.
Aniket.
You can,
So we do
yeah.
have something called design guidance, wherein you can define the loading conditions and the fixtures, and the design basically will be generated by the system. So it is that is something you can use. Probably Aniket can post a video on how to use the design guidance a little later, right, Aniket?
Design guidance video is already posted on YouTube.
Okay, it's already
So
posted.
if you want
Perfect.
to, yeah, if you want to explore it, so you can search for design guidance X design. So you can see most of the number of videos are
Okay.
posted how to use design guidance on X design site.
Okay. Okay, fine. So I think we have already overshooted the time by 28 minutes. Okay, so I
Yes,
think
yes.
now we can close. In case you have any questions, you can put the questions in the community.
Yes, that will be the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank
we
you
will
guys.
also start interacting with you on the community.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all.
Yeah,
Thanks, Aniket, and the entire support team. So I think now we can end the webinar.
yeah, sure.